Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the first chapter of class 8 English supplementary book. The name of the chapter is How the Camel Got His Hump, and this story has been written by Rudyard Kipling. So students, let's know some facts about the author of this story, Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling was born on 30th December 1865 and his full name was Joseph Rudyard Kipling. He was born in Bombay, in British India, and he died on 18th January 1936 at the age of 70 years in London. He was a story writer, novelist, poet, and journalist. His notable works are The Jungle Book, the famous short story book by Rudyard Kipling, and it is very famous among the children. And Mowgli is the famous character of this story. Just so stories came Captain Courageous if Gunga Din, the white man's burden. In 1907, he won Nobel Prize in Literature. Students, before starting our chapter, let's have a look at the gist of the story. As the name suggests, this story is all about a camel and his hump when he did not have any hump on his back. In the beginning of the life, when animals started working for man, the camel only rested and chewed whole day. And on asking to do any work, he replied nothing but hump. How this word became his identification? Let's find out in this interesting short story by Rudyard Kipling. In the beginning, when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for man, there was a camel and he lived in the middle of howling desert. Students, meaning of howling is growling sound because he did not want to work. That is why he lived there alone in the desert. He ate sticks and thorns and prickles because in desert nothing is there except sticks, thorns and prickles. The meaning of prickles is thorny bushes. Thorny bushes are called as prickles. And when anybody spoke to him, he said, hum, just hum, and no more. It was the sound of camel. Presently, the horse came to him on Monday morning with a saddle on his back and said, Camel, O camel, come out and trot like the rest of us. Students, uh, as all the animals were on their work and they began their work since Monday to Saturday. On Monday morning, horse who was trotting, the meaning of trotting is pace faster than a walk, and the meaning of saddle is a leather seat. A horse came to the camel in Monday morning, and he had saddle on his back, and he asked camel to come out and trot like other horses, as that particular horse was moving, he was trotting. At this, the camel answered, hum, and horse went away and told the man. When camel did not uh, answer in a positive way, at this, the horse became angry with the camel and he went to the man because man was the owner of all the animals. Presently the dog came to him. After the horse, a dog came to the camel, and the dog had a stick in his mouth. And he said, Camel, O camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us. as we are doing, you also can do like this. Hump, said the camel, and the dog went away and told the man. Because the camel did not answer positively, and the dog thought that the camel was rude in his behavior. That is why he went to the man to complain the camel. Presently, the ox came to him with the yoke on his neck and said, Camel, O camel, come and plow like the rest of us. Students, oak is a wooden cross piece that is generally put on the neck of two animals just like ox, and it is used to make them plow the field. At this, the camel replied the same, hum, and ox went away and told the man, because he also became angry with the camel, because he also thought that the camel is rude. The camel is rude. At the end of the day, the man called the horse and dog and the ox together and said, 303. 303 means the three animals, the horse, the ox, and the dog. The man called all those three animals with the name as 3. 303, I am very sorry for you. But that hum thing means that camel. But that hum thing in the desert cannot work. Or he would have been here by now. So I am going to leave him alone because he did not want to do work. And you must work double time to make up for it. That when the man ordered these three animals to work as double as they generally do. At this, all those three animals, the horse, the ox, and the dog, became angry with the man, and they held a panchayat on the edge of the desert. At the camel came chewing cud and laughed at them because camel was lazy, and camel and it was and the camel hence the camel showed other animals that he was rude in his behavior because he was laughing at them. Then he said, hum, and went away again. Presently there came along the Djinn, who was in charge of all deserts, rolling in a cloud of dust. Because there was a panchayat, and it was necessary for the in charge of desert to be there in the panchayat. Djinn of all deserts, said the horse. It is right for anyone to be idle? The horse asked Djinn, the in charge of desert. He asked him whether it was right for anyone to be lazy, just like the camel. Certainly not, said the Djinn. At this, Djinn, the in charge of desert, answered that no, it is not good, and it, it must not be do so. Well, said the horse, there is a thing in the middle of your desert with a long neck and long legs, and he has not done a stroke of work since Monday morning. He won't trot. When the horse uh, did not say anything about the camel and directly to the in charge of the desert, means Djinn, but he he said to Djinn in an indirect way by saying an animal with long neck and long legs. It means it was a camel. And he also said that camel did not do any work since Monday. And he also could not trot like the horse. At this, Dijin began to whistle, began to whistling. That is my camel. What does he say about it? He says hum, and he won't plow, said the ox. Very good, said the Dijin, and I will hump him if you will kindly wait a minute. When all these three animals complained about the camel to the Dijin, Dijin assisted them that he would provide the camel a hump. At the very next moment, the Dijin dolled up himself in dust cloak. Students, the meaning of cloak is long coat, and the long coat of Dijin was made up with dust, and took a walk across the desert. Now he was just searching for the camel in the desert. He found the camel. He found the camel looking at his own reflection in a pool of. He found the camel looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. Then the Dijin said to the camel, "My friend, what is this? I hear of yours doing no work." The Dijin sat down with his chin in his hand, while the camel looked at his own reflection in the pool of water. The Dijin began to question from the camel, but camel did not respond to the words of Dijin. He just watching his reflection in the clear water of pool. At this, the Dijin said, "You have given the three extra work ever since Monday morning, all on account of your idleness." And he went on thinking with his chin in his hand. But the camel was not responding anything. He was not giving any answer to the Dijin, the Dijin who was the in charge of the desert. He did not respond to him. It means the camel was rude. The camel was an ideal animal. When the Dijin kept on questioning the camel answered, "Hum." I should not say that. I should not say that again if I were you, said the Dijin. The Dijin said at this, "If I were you, I would not say hump like you. I would not answer like this. You might say it once too often, and I want you to work." And the camel said again, "Hump." But no sooner had he said it than he saw his back, that he was so proud of puffing up into the great big hump. The very next moment, when second time the camel said hump, he just felt a huge hump on his back, and it was just growing in size when the camel was watching his reflection in the water of the pool. "Did you see that?" said the Dijin. Means, did you see that? Means, did you see the hump on your back? That is your very own hump, and that you have brought upon your very own self by not working. Today is Thursday, and you have done no work since Monday, when the work began. It means work was began on Monday, and today is Thursday. It means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 3 days you did not do any work. That has a purpose, said the Dijin. The Dijin said that I gave you this hump and there is a purpose behind this. All because you missed those 3 days, you will be able to do work now for 3 days without eating. Because you can live on your hump. It means he can absorb food from its hump. And don't you ever say, I never did anything for you. It means I gave you this hump. This hump will help you staying hungry without any food. Come out of the desert and go in the tree. Go to the tree. Go to the tree means the horse, the ox, and the dog. And behave. Behave means and behave with them kindly, politely, humbly. And the camel went away to join the tree. And from that day to this, the camel always wears a hump, and we call it hump now, because not too hard the fitting of the camel. But he has never yet caught up with the 3 days that he missed at the beginning of the world. And he has never yet learned how to behave politely, because he still says hum whenever he is asked any question. The reply of the camel is hum till now. So students, this was the story of how the camel got his hump, and this story has been written by Rudyard Kipling. We had discussed about Rudyard Kipling in the slide before, and I think you all have understood this story very well. Now you will be able to answer all the questions from the story. Thank you and have a nice day.